So right now the bottle is turned off, a valve is closed. This is argon compressed in a D-sized bottle. The indicators show that there's no flow. This is the flow rate and this is the bottle pressure, and they're both at 0. So if I now turn on the bottle, this will indicate how much pressure is still in the bottle. Not a lot, I'd expect it to be just in the green. I'll just open up the bottle. Here we go. Flow rate is set to, well, you set the flow rate with this, but because there's no gas flowing at the moment, it doesn't show anything. So I've got my tick torch here and I can open up the valve here, and if I do that, nothing is happening because I haven't set the flow rate. So I'll close the valve on the tick torch, and if I now open up the flow rate, I'll have to do that clockwise to increase the flow rate. It's all a bit loose, it doesn't really show you, or you get not a lot of feedback as to when the valve goes open, but this is closed. Still nothing happens here on the dial. If I now open the valve on the tick torch, I cannot hear any gas flowing, and this is also set to nothing. But if I now increase the flow rate, I can now hear the gas coming out of the tick torch. I'll close that. So the indicator still shows that because that's what it was set to. So the valve on the tick torch is closed now. If I now close the flow again, the meter stays there, but if I now open the valve again, it's gone back to 0 again. So it's a bit tricky to see how this works, but you only get an optimum or a realistic reading if there's actually gas flowing. So right now it's closed, even though it's really loosey. Opening the valve, nothing happens. Open up the flow rate. Here it comes. There you go. So I'll close that. I'll close that. And then in order to bring all these meters back to 0, I'll just close the bottle valve. This is already set to 0, and I'll just empty the remaining pressure that might be in here in the line. I open up the tick valve, I give it a bit more flow to purge everything out. And now it's all 0. And I'll close the valve again. So bottle is closed, this one is closed, the tick torch is open, is now closed, and we're done.